Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about Savi's workshop, where it is, what you get, and is a $200 lightsaber really worth it? So Savi's workshop is in Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios in Disney World in Florida. And this workshop is a place where you can build a custom lightsaber. Now, there are a couple of places where you can build lightsabers in Disney World, and I will at some point talk about the other locations, but because this one is so expensive and because I have so much information about this particular place, I'm just talking about this one today. So Savi's workshop, people are going nuts for it online and they're asking, is it really worth it? So, like I said, it is in Hollywood Studios in Galaxy's Edge. It is a 45-minute custom lightsaber building experience. Now, you don't have to be there for 45 minutes. My understanding is you have up to 45 minutes. This is something that you should book in advance. Now, this is a custom lightsaber building experience that is 45 minutes. If you look at the Disney sites, people have said it only takes between 15 and 30 minutes. So my guess is you have up to 45 minutes. Now, who is this for? Disney advertises that this experience is for guests ages 5 and up, but I think it's important to note that really this is not meant to be a toy. It's really more meant to be a display piece. There are other options if you want an actual toy for your younger kids. This is heftier and it's really, like I said, just meant to be a display piece. Yes, your kid can hold it, but you wouldn't want them running around and playing with it, basically. Now, obviously, if you have a 5-year-old that's doing this, you're not going to send them in alone. So the experience area does allow for the building guest to bring one person with. So you can only bring a maximum of one person. So if you have a 5-year-old, you have to have somebody ages 14 or older with them. So you can't bring the whole family. Every one builder can have one non-builder guest. And at least one of the people needs to be 14 years of age or older. So the day has finally come and it is your turn to build a lightsaber. What do? You are gonna check in at Black Spire Outpost, which is in Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios 15 minutes prior to your scheduled building time. Everybody must be there. They say they do not accommodate late arrivals. I would assume if there are really extenuating circumstances, they would, but on the website, they say no late arrivals. You need to show a photo ID and a confirmation of your booking and the credit card you used at the time of booking. From there, the gatherers, as they're called, will bring you into this secret workshop. First, you need to pick your hilt theme, and you are going to pick one out of the 4 choices. Your first choice is going to be peace and justice, power and control, elemental nature, and protection and defense. So once you do that, you're going to pick your kyber crystal. And this is the most important part as it is the heart of the lightsaber, if you're a huge Star Wars fan. If you're not, it means it determines the color of the blade. So in my case, I was like, that's where it is. So in my opinion, not being a Star Wars person, I think this is the most important part because it's going to determine your color. So what are your color choices? There is red, blue, green, and violet. You are able to purchase additional kyber crystals at, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm guessing it's Doc Anders for $12.99. And they also offer white and yellow in addition to all the other colors they offer at Savi's workshop. So there are a couple more colors you can get there if you wish to go after you get your lightsaber and pay $13 more and get another color or 2. The black crystal. So there's a lot of information about this online. If you purchase the red Sith crystal from Doc Anders, you could get the rare black crystal, which turns your blade red, but reacts with the holocrons differently. And I'll go into the holocrons in a minute. The holocrons do have to be purchased separately and are $49.99. The pieces that you're provided are based on the hilt theme and are mostly metal, which is why this is so hefty. The other options that are much less expensive and are really made to be toys are plastic. So that's really where the big difference is here and why it is so hefty. It's because it's made of metal. So you get one hilt, and then from there, you get to choose 2 out of 4 sleeves, 1 out of 2 emitters, 1 out of 2 pommel caps, and 1 out of 2 sets of activation plates and switches. You do not get to keep what you don't use. Those parts get put back for the next group. In total, there are 64 different combinations of hilt parts. I think I would need the full 45 minutes for that. 15 minutes isn't going to do it. So the gatherers help you to attach the hilt to the assembly pods at each station for the bonding ceremony. They connect your hilt to a 31-inch lightsaber blade and place it in a special slot where they light up in the dark room. A lot of people have said this is the best part of the experience, and it really is cool. Even as a non-Star Wars person, this looks so cool. I'll see if we can pop in a picture. Justin Timberlake did this with his son. And, you know, I'm assuming they're paying for both of them. They could probably afford 2 lightsabers. I think Silas is his kid's name. It looks like they both are holding one, but it really does look cool. Everyone raises their lightsabers and then raises and lights their lightsabers, and you can hear the voice of Yoda. It looks awesome because the room is super dark. The overall length of your lightsaber is going to vary depending on how you assemble your hilt, but they say it's approximately 41 inches and it is 2 to 3 pounds. It has batteries, and the batteries are replaceable. It is 3 AAA batteries, and those are stored at the bottom of the hilt. Now, the big question is cost. You guys want to be sitting down for this. If this is something like you have your heart set on, sit down for this. $220 plus tax. It is due upon arrival, non-refundable, not eligible for discounts. The cost includes the lightsaber with all the parts that I just told you, and a black padded carrying case with a handle. Now, there's some drama around the case, and it doesn't surprise me because $220 is a lot of money. You are going to want this to be perfect. So because of some supply chain issues, they didn't have the black padded carrying cases for a while. So they gave guests a 10% off, like 10% off the total cost. And they put these $200 lightsabers in plastic bags. People were livid. I do believe they're back now, but I'm not 100% positive. But yeah, that was a whole thing for a while. They just didn't have the supplies, like everything in the world, right? Like supply chain issues. But it is supposed to come with the black padded carrying case. Now, that is the standard lightsaber. And like I said, you can get additional kyber crystals at Doc Anders. You can also purchase additional customization options there. So it's Doc Anders' Den of Antiquities. And now that I've said that so many times, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. So like I said, you can purchase other things there if you want to add to it and customize it further. So with such a big cost, a lot of people are going to be asking, is this worth it? Now, this is something that I think about a lot with Disney. As a travel agent, I have people ask me this all the time. Is it worth it to stay Club Bubble? Is it worth it to stay at a deluxe? Or is it worth it to upgrade from a value to a moderate? All the time, like every time there's money involved, right? This is going to vary based on what you value and appreciate. So this isn't necessarily a one size fits all. Like if this was a wand building experience for Harry Potter, I would totally be into it, but I'm not because I'm not into Star Wars. That being said, it's a lot of money and you want to know overall if the reviews are positive or negative. So that is kind of what I'm referring to here. The overall reviews, I'm assuming the people that are doing this are really into Star Wars because it is a lot of money for everybody but Justin Timberlake. Overwhelmingly, the reviews are positive. People just absolutely love this. I have seen people online that claim they have a seemingly modest budget say they're going back for the second time. You know, it was the mother and son built it once, and now the dad is going to go with the other son, and they're going to build one so that they each have one. I was surprised at the number of people that claim to have modest budgets, and I understand that that term is relative, but that are going to do it for a second time. So It's all in your perception of what you value, but that is the overall consensus that I've seen online, and I read a ton of reviews. People are very pleased with it, and they are looking to sign up in droves, basically, because they think it's worth it. Now, I said you should sign up for this in advance, and you should. How do you sign up for it, you may ask? You sign up for this using the My Disney Experience website 60 days prior to the start of your trip. So you would do this just like you would do dining, 60 days out. Something to note is people do cancel. You have to give so much notice. So it is possible for you to, at the last minute, so to speak, ask if they can accommodate another person or two. If somebody canceled, you can, but this is extremely popular, so I would never count on that. Additionally, in addition to it being so popular, the room only accommodates 14 builders at a time. So that is not a lot of people. And if you figure like each session is 45 minutes, you're really not going to get through that many people in one day. Something else I wanted to mention. Do you have to have a reservation at Hollywood Studios to do this? So I talked to my boss about this a bit. If you have base tickets and you have a reservation at Hollywood Studios, it's not going to be a problem. Assuming you booked this and you have a reservation and everything, you're good to go. What if you have park hoppers? Say you have a morning park plan to go to Epcot, and then you have park hoppers and a reservation to build a lightsaber at Hollywood Studios at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's going to be a problem if the park is closed to park hopping due to the capacity restrictions. So because of this, and I'm not sure what they would say in terms of being able to cancel, because you're supposed to cancel and give so many hours of notice. And if you're coming the same day, really, you should be charged the no-show fee, which is the cost of the lightsaber. But in this case, if they're closed because they're not allowing park hopping, I'm not sure how they would handle this. Personally, I would not risk it. $200 is a lot of money, so I would have a park reservation for Hollywood Studios the day that I am going to build the lightsaber, regardless of what time I'm going to be building it. Or you could make a reservation in the morning and at the Savi's workshop, that is, have a park pass reservation for Hollywood Studios and then plan to hop to a different park in the afternoon. But you'd hate to go through all this trouble of booking and making your reservation for the park reservation and making the reservation for the lightsaber building only for the park to be closed to park hopping. So I know that's kind of a long-winded answer. I don't know really how else to explain that. Hopefully it makes sense. Okay, the last thing I wanted to mention about this is how do you get it home? A lot of people that are going to Disney World are flying. Are you able to bring this on a plane? Because it looks like a weapon. If you guys remember from when Galaxy's Edge first opened, they had these soda bottles that looked like grenades, and there was an issue for a short while and miscommunication as to if TSA would allow you to bring the bottles, even if they were empty, on the plane. Could they go in your carry-on or checked luggage or whatever? So per TSA, and I took a screenshot of this, you can put a lightsaber in your checked luggage. That is fine. You can put it in your carry-on. That is fine. Another option, if you don't want to deal with it just because it is so big, you can ship it from the Droid Depot, which I'm going to talk about in another video, or Doc Onders. So that is what I have to say about Savi's workshop. Hopefully it answered some questions, gave you guys a little bit of clarity if you were kind of on the fence or wondering how it works. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.